Hi, this is Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to our crochet podcast, episode 28. So many fun things today. I just want to say welcome back to my returning viewers, and hello if you are a new viewer. If you're just popping in for the first time, grab a cup of tea or coffee or a glass of wine, whatever time of day it is for you, and come and spend some time with us. I should explain that I'm Canadian. I am married. I have 4 kids, 5 dogs, 3 tortoises, 3 birds, guinea pigs, chickens, a lot of pets. And I live in Nairobi, Kenya. I've lived here for 17 years approximately. And so the first half of the podcast is all about crochet, and the second half digresses into little bits about Kenya. So if that is something that would be of interest to you, or if you're also interested in crochet tutorials, crochet alongs, and really cool product reviews, then consider hitting the subscribe button below. That would be super great, and we'd love to have you join our community. We also have a Facebook group, which is super active and really, really nice people, so you're welcome to join that as well. The link's in the description box below. So let's start with finished objects. Da, 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 da. Hope you can see it. So this is a version of the Scraptastic blanket. I've been working on it for a few weeks now. Officially finished minus the ends. I have to sew in this end and this end. I just finished them last night. So this one is just, it's the width of a twin size mattress. It is 90 stitches across with an 8mm hook and 2 strands of worsted weight acrylic yarn. And it just goes from 4 stitches of solid black, 30 of the first color, 28, 26, 24, and then 4 of the last color, just to give it a little bit of color variation. So this one is for my 4-year-old. He is blue color. And this one is for my 5-year-old, who is red color. So those are really great. I just wanted them to like have a nice thick blanket to pull up on them at night. So super great. They're so happy to have them. And they, like my 4-year-old, I finished his last, he literally ran up to the top bunk and went to sleep. So cute. So those are finished. Happy about that. And I also finished another one of these little baskets. I'm doing like a little tutorial on making square or rectangular baskets. It's a bit bent, but like that. I did this one, but I thought for the thumbnail for the video, it just looks like a really bad baby shoe. So I thought if I did like a series or a set, it would look more like what they are, like little desk organizers for your desk drawer or something like that. So I finished this one. I want to do some other bright colored ones, but whenever I get around to it. But it's finished object nonetheless. And whips, I am down to my C2C. So this is going to be a rectangle, and I'm going to turn the rectangle into a sweater or a cardigan or a jacket. So I'm going to put one more ball before I start decreasing. This is 2 balls. And I think one more will be good. I'm doing it from my shoulder to like, I'm doing past my waist. It's past my waist now, but I don't want to be cold. I want it to cover my bum. So I'm going to do one more ball and then see how it is and maybe start decreasing. Working on that a little bit. I have not actually been crocheting too much. I've been hanging out with the family. We've been doing our fun things together, our video games and stuff, which is crazy because it seems like what husband would be so happy that you're playing a video game? Like, it seems crazy, but he's like so happy when I'm just sitting there spending time with the family playing video games. Hilarious. Anyway, getting caught up. There's an expat coming out. It's a whole big thing. So I've been spending some time doing that. Super fun. Loving it. And middle of the night, night before last, I was like, you know, I want to do the subscribe pillow from Jared at, got a mosquito bite over here or something. Hand-me-downs, crochet and knit. He has this really cool, it's a play button, but it's really cool, and I want one, but I thought it was a subscribe button, and I want a subscribe button. So I took his idea, and I am making it into a graph, not a graphgan, because it's not an Afghan, a graph pillow, I suppose. And thank you to Mikey from Crochet Crowd, who's done an amazing tutorial series on everything. So I watched him and figured out how to do it, or how the style that I want to do, because he shows a few different styles for whatever look you want to get. So I've settled on what I want, I know what I want to do, and then I needed to do my chart. So I watched another tutorial. He has a way of doing it also, but I found another tutorial. I'll link it in the description box below. I forget the lady's name. I tried to comment on it, but the comments were disabled. So you Google Knit Pro Micro Revolt. I guess I don't have to show you my notes, right? Knit Pro Micro Revolt. And that is like a web page, like an application on the internet. And you put in like the size you want it to be, and it basically turns whatever picture you have into a chart, a graph chart. So I did two. This is small size. This is as small as it can be for being small. And there is me glasses. 64 stitches across. But Mikey says that your letters should be 2 stitches wide minimum so that they look like letters. Or if they're 1 stitch wide, he calls it sketchy. He's like, they don't look that great. So you can kind of see, like, if you look close up, it's a hot mess. If you look back, I mean, you'd probably get it, right? But, or you do what Mikey says, and you do your stitches 2 stitches wide, or your letters 2 stitches wide, and then it looks like that. So this one is going to be 128 stitches across. So it's going to be a pretty long pillow. It's going to be like a bolster, really. So that one is the one I want to do. And I think I'll use a small hook, maybe like a 4mm, to try to keep it as small as I can. But I think it's still going to be pretty big. I think it's going to fit like probably in one of these shelves, actually. Like I think it's going to be that big. Hopefully smaller. I mean, I really do just want a pillow, but I'll take it. I think it'll look really cute. So I'm going to do red with the white, and that's it. The white, yeah, I think just even actually just regular acrylic. I'm not even going to do anything fancy. Maybe. Well, no, I think I have to, because I want the letters to show up. I don't want there to be a weird thing like blocking the letters. So that's what I was working on. So thank you to Mikey for all of his hard work, and thank you to that really good tutorial who taught or showed me how to do these charts, which is great, all in the description box below. So that's pretty much it for crochet. That's what I've done, that's what I'm working on, and that's what I want to be working on. My lion head has not been touched, it's still sitting over there, but I want to get my C2C kind of done because it is the crochet along of the month. So I've been working on that. Next thing is questions and answers. So these are questions that were asked after our last podcast. And if you have any questions about me or Kenya or anything like that, you can leave them in the description box below. Oh, we're also having a crochet holiday, Crochet Vacay 2019, which is going to be in February in Kenya. So that it's 12 days. It might be 14 days if you are interested in taking a master doll making class with Holly from the Proper Pineapple. Did I just say that out loud? Can you imagine? Yes. So we're thinking of doing like a get started, here's your kit, all of the stuff you're gonna need, the yarn, the pattern, the neck insert, and the shoe. She knows better than me. The bits and pieces to make the doll on the first day. And then on the very last day, so then we'll go on our holidays, we're going on safari, we're going around Nairobi, we're going to the coast, to the beach, to the Indian Ocean, it's gonna be fabulous. Then after all that, the last day, she'll also have another class, which will be like the finishing. So somehow in the middle there, make all your bits and pieces. So how fun is that? It's also for my Nairobi ladies. If you don't want to come on the holiday, you can just do Holly's class. So excited. Okay, that was my outside voice. I probably should have let Holly say that. Sorry, Holly. Oh well, she'll forgive me, right? Okay. Anyway, hatching plans for that. Link in the description box below to the website where all the information for the trip is. And there's links on that webpage to all the places we're staying, so you can like investigate and see if it's somewhere you want to go, or you can do all that stuff. Make sure it's a good deal. It's a totally good deal. So now we're on to questions and answers. So hobbies, what kind of hobbies do my kids have? Are they into crafts? My daughter is into like pencil crayons and drawing, and she's into playing cards, really. She's into playing King of the Corner because her grandpa taught her that. And my oldest boy, he's 11, he is into like building stuff. He's into playing Fortnite right now, is a video game. He's into playing that, and he's into building stuff. Like he takes recycled stuff and builds something out of it, or comes up with and he's into inventing. And then my two boys, my 4 and 5, are into doing anything that everybody else is doing. Yeah, they're really into writing. Like they're into doing making letters. So they'll make me letters and fold it all up and give me letters. So they do it all day long. Like my paper supply is going down, which I don't mind, but they're right into that. Have the birds' eggs hatched? No, they haven't. There's still 4 eggs sitting in the bottom. Apparently they're not fertilized because I have a female cockatiel and a male budgie. And they do, what do we call it, gymnastics together. But apparently they're not gonna hatch. So they're just sitting in there. I don't know if I should take them out or what, I don't know. Am I homesick and do I miss anything from Canada? I'm not homesick, but I do miss the scenery. Like I miss the open, just plain beauty, like the blue and the green and the sky and the mountains and the water and the flat roads and electricity that doesn't go out. I miss those things. But I'm not actually homesick. I just miss the different beauty that is there. Nairobi's beautiful also. Kenya's gorgeous, but it's a different kind of beauty. Like it's not that, the postcard of there's a mountain with a lake, like Jasper. Like that's beautiful. It's just different here. So I miss that. I miss the scenery. And of course my friends. So the next question is schools. Are they public or private? We have both. My kids go to private school, but other people's kids out in villages and just local citizens, their kids go to public schools. And the really good thing about schools in Kenya is that the kids really care about their education, because that's their big chance to get ahead, to do well, to succeed, and they know it. It is kids get kicked out. The school is free. Public schools are free, but you have to pay for your school books and things like that. So it's a different way of saying it's not free. There's still school fees, but they just don't call it school fees. They call it books or whatever. And if you don't pay for your books, you get kicked out of school. So what the kids do is they still go to school and they lean against the windows or lean against the door from outside so they can still try to learn from outside. Girls also can't go to school when they have their periods, usually because they don't have sanitary supplies. So that's another bad thing. It's a whole other topic, but that comes up with schools in my head, and because it's just unfortunate that it's difficult for girls to get ahead. There's not lots, but there's quite a few NGOs, non-government organizations, and programs, initiatives to provide sanitary products to girls so that they can attend school. So that is one thing about the public schools. Private schools, they're the most expensive in Kenya is International School of Kenya. It's a lovely school, fabulous campus. Every kid has a Apple computer and an iPad for at school, not to take home, but they have, the facilities are spectacular, it's so gorgeous. I think it's a 28-acre compound. It goes from nursery school, from 4-year-olds, I think, up until grade 12. They do the IB program. It's a fabulous campus. Those school fees are about $35,000 a kid per year, depending on, like nursery school is probably like 18 or 20,000 for nursery school, and high school would be more. But elementary, I think, is about 35,000 a year right now. It goes up every year. Give or take a smudge. That does include, I'll just put the little comma, it does include all of your school supplies and your field trip and after school activities, and their after school activities are pretty good. Like fun. Like they do beading and they have breakdancing, they have pottery. My kids never got into pottery though. But it's only on Fridays. Never got in. Anyway, it's a good school. Then other schools are generally about half price from ISK. ISK is generally twice as much as other schools. So other schools would be like $15,000 a year, dollars per year per kid, give or take. And then you might be paying extra for your after school activities. So that's great. Now I would just like to thank some people who have introduced themselves, which I really enjoy, because obviously this is me talking to you, and I enjoy hearing from you. I enjoy getting to know you and knowing who I'm talking to. I think that's great. So the only way you can really do that is by introducing yourself, and I know it's kind of like an awful, I don't know, I hate doing it. Like I feel so like, oh my gosh, like it feels like high school or, you know, junior high or whatever. Like it just feels bad. But everybody who has done that, I really appreciate it, because now I feel like I know who I'm talking to. Like I feel like I know who's behind the camera, on the other side of the camera. So I would just like to thank the people who have introduced themselves in the last week. So there's Cheryl from Merritt, BC. She has a podcast that she's starting, Knit and Crochet with the Gilmore Girl. Michelle from Texas, Cedin from Cyprus, Yvette from Kachasa, Oklahoma. Probably saying that wrong. My pronunciation's horrible. I apologize in advance. Monica from New Mexico, Heather from Fleet, New England, another Heather from Rochester, New York, Dawn from Toledo, Ohio, Isabel from Queensland, Australia, Sonia, who lives in Florida but is from the Caribbean. Hello. Debbie from Edison, New Jersey. She crochets at stoplights. Yeah, baby. Represent. That is so cool. Safely. I mean, not while she's driving, but if she is waiting in traffic, she'll get some stitches in. Totally fine. Sonia from Knoxville. Jennifer D. from New Orleans. Lila from North Carolina. Mary Alice from Virginia, Robin from Blue Mountains, New South Wales, Australia, Nita from Virginia. She's off her Crojo. Her Crojo has left the building, but it's going to come back. Don't even worry about it. Angela, Jeanette from Scotland, Alice from South Africa. She also has Back in the Day Crochet. That is a crochet channel here on YouTube. Terry from Dallas, originally from LA. Ruth King, and Lori from Michigan. So thank you everybody for introducing yourselves. I look forward to getting to know you more and more, and maybe even on the live chat on Friday. So that is all I have today. That's my little nutshell of a life. So I've also been thinking that over the course of summer, in about 6 weeks' time when my kids are home from school, I am going to be spending the summer with them. So I'm not going to be having, well, I'm going to have the time, but I'm going to be spending time with them and doing stuff with them and, you know, science projects and crafts and things like that. So my crochet is going to have to take a back seat for a couple months. So I'm thinking of just connecting maybe once a week with you guys somehow, and I'd like to know what you would like to see from me the most over the summer holidays. Like, what would you miss the most? Like, would you like a podcast once a week like this, a little update on what's going on? Would you like to have like a live chat where you can respond, like we can interact a little more often or easier or quicker, I suppose? Or would you like to just keep up with the crochet bits, a tutorial or a crochet along every month, and then not have the podcast or the live chat? Anyway, I think like if whatever you would like to see, let me know, and then I can plan out the summer and try to still stay connected with you and not miss the summer with my kids. So that is what I was thinking about doing. Let me know what you think about that, what you would like to see from me over the summer holidays. Are you even going to be around over the summer holidays? Are you going to be outside, out and about, and not on YouTube either? I don't know. It's, you know, when the weather changes. So let me know what you think about that. I'd love to hear your comments. I'll miss you guys also, but I'll be around. I just want to know what's the best way for us to stay in our nice community we have here. And thank you so much for building this community. It's all you doing the community, like you are the community, and thank you so much for that. What a blessing, unbelievable. Thank you so much. Oh, speaking of which, 10,000 subscribers, what? I don't know. It's just crazy. Like I never thought, well, honestly, I thought my 10 crochet students would be the ones watching the videos. I never thought there was anybody else out there in the whole world. So it is so great that I have found you guys, or you have found me, and that we have this great community together. And thank you so much for that. It's like, I'm quite happy. I'm quite proud. It's amazing. So anyway, I want to say thank you for that also. And now here's a little blurb of me driving around yesterday after I got my hair done. I'm going from the hair salon to my girlfriend's house, but I took a different road. I was like, I bet you I can go that way. And sure enough, I could. So I took a little video of that at the end of this. And thank you so much, you guys. Have a super great week. Tanya, yes, it's a driving video. So she gets car sick from watching my driving videos. So just be prepared for that and have a super great week, you guys. Live chat is on Friday, so I'll talk to you guys then if you're around. There is on the channel page of Secret Yarnery, you can sign up for a reminder. I figured out how to do that, and then I can still access it from my phone. So check that out, and I'll talk to you on Friday, and see you next week. Stay hooked. Going to my girlfriend's house, and I haven't taken you on this road yet, so I thought I'd take you on this road. This is another entrance to Carrero Forest where the restaurant is. So cute. Haven't ever been in that side. Nice. Good driving, good driving. People be crazy. All those Nissan vans are called matatus. They're privately owned, but they are a public bus, kind of. Like, you can have your own matatu. And then they charge like 20 cents or 30 cents to take you to town. Or to get in, really. It doesn't matter how far you go on it. But they each have their own kind of line or route. I think they're called lines. Not sure. Anyway, this is Cambu Road. Sorry if it's jumpy. We are driving my father-in-law's 4x4. Oh, diggers, rollers, graders. Oh, there was a funny thing on Instagram or something the other day. Was it Instagram or Facebook? I don't know, but it was like I think it was Mums Need Vodka, that Facebook group. But they were like, oh, every time, like, you know you're a mother when every time you drive by cows, you say cows. And it's so true, right? Same with diggers. We're always like, digger, roller. My son used to love rollers, like, what do they call them? Pavers? The big, I don't know what they are. I call them rollers. But they're not, it's not called a roller. But that used to be his favorite. Oh, this is a tree nursery on the side, so you can buy trees from that lady there. Look, she has all these trees. It might be 2 people who have all that. Or more than 2 people. But you can go get those trees. They're like $1 or $2 or $3. $5, you pretty much have a tree. Well, you do have a tree. I don't know what's in there. Oh, another Carrero Forest entrance. Holy smokes. I don't come this way very much anymore. I used to a lot, but I don't anymore. Good driving, good driving. Take your time. Matatus are notoriously aggressive drivers. They will like zoom ahead and cut you off and then pull over right in front of you. But what to do. If you need to get let in, like to turn left or, you know, cross the road, they're the first ones who will let you in. So as much as I talk bad, they're actually very helpful also. More tree nursery over there. Good use of public space, right? There's someone buying trees, or plants, I should say. Following a petrol tanker up there. Let us see. So all this is new up here. I don't know what the heck-a-doodle those big buildings are. This used to be literally nothing. Then they put in a grocery store with a mall, let's not say mall, shopping complex. Then the grocery store went out of business, like maybe 6 months ago. And now there's like grocery stores across the street, petrol stations, all sorts of stuff here. It used to just be bars, like drinking facilities. There used to be one called Walkabout and the B was backwards. And I'm like, do you know the B's backwards? Whiskey River Lodge. Okay, let me show you on this one. I don't know if you can see all these places in there. So you can buy cars and you can drink. Jaconi's, yeah, sports bar. Yeah, buy cars and drink. Oh, there's more this side. Check all that out. Cars and booze. Great. Don't know what this guy's doing. Are you coming out or you're going in? Confused. Okay, he's going in. Oh, Caribou Walkabout. There you go. Oh, the B's backwards. You see that? They did a new sign even, so they want the B to be backwards. I have no idea. Anyway. I have a funny story about that place, but it's probably half inappropriate. But Haley, you'll get a kick out of it. Oh, and there's this new grocery store here. Mavis. So we had a house girl a million years ago, like 10 years, I guess, and we just hired her. She was fired from the neighbor's place. The neighbor was being quite not nice, I suppose is the word. So, but anyway, we hired her. She was super sweet. But she calls on a Sunday morning that she can't come to work. She fell asleep at Walkabout, doesn't know where her purse is, doesn't know where any of her stuff is. Basically, I don't know. Anyway, I guess got drunk there and like lost everything. Didn't even know where she was. It was quite funny. Anyway, that's Walkabout. Only person I've ever known who's gone to Walkabout, but she was funny. But apparently she had a drinking problem, so we had to let her go. Not because of that, but I came home from grocery shopping, so you know I go early in the morning when it's not busy. Went grocery shopping, came back home, so it's like 9:30 by now, and I walk in the front door and all I smell is Bacardi. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't drink Bacardi. I have Bacardi, you know, like if you're having a party and stuff, like you need a well-stocked bar. But no, and haven't drank Bacardi since, well, let's just say grade 12. Enough said about that. However, I have Bacardi, I never drink Bacardi. The whole house stinks like Bacardi. So her story is, and she won't breathe near me, like she's not exhaling. She's like just have like her mouth shut and she's just blinking. Says she was dusting, opened up the wine cabinet, it was dusting the bottles and it fell and spilled, and that's how I can smell it. I'm like, oh, that's too bad. It's 9:30 in the morning. Not that there's a good time to drink on the job. Don't get me wrong, but anyway. She was very sweet. I still liked her. Okay, now this is the bypass. We are getting on. Oh, look, sugarcane. Selling sugarcane. So cool. Okay, this is the bypass. Well, it's gonna be the bypass. I don't know what that is. Trash. Probably a church. Don't know. Okay, focusing now. Making sure. Okay, good to go. Good to go. So this is the bypass. If we kept going, we just got off Camber Road, and if we kept going, we would be going to Two Rivers. So, interesting little fun fact. And church over on the right, some sort. Village on the left. We drove through this village once, I think on one of my very first drive arounds with you guys. I forget when that was. Okay, stay off the road. I worry about people running out in front, like running across the street. Makes me nervous. And I don't know what is with the garbage. I don't know. I don't know why. Like, wouldn't you walk a little farther away from your business than just throwing garbage right at your front door? Like, look at all that. That's not necessary. But anyway, take your time, dude. Take your time. Just a car. Good job. Okay. That's the greenhouse. So it used to be a yellow house, and then it was an orange house, and now it's a greenhouse. We turn at the greenhouse, and that's a little road that goes into my community from the bypass. Cool vendors on the side of the road, selling miscellaneous stuff. More plants. There's plants on both sides for sale, actually. This is where I get my dirt, if I need dirt or sand. And for $10, it can be delivered to your house in a pickup. Well, obviously a pickup, but $10 for delivery. Don't know what else I can show you around here. So this is Runda. This is my neighborhood on both sides of the bypass. All set back in there. My yoga instructor used to have a house in here. Forget which one. Hard to see. But anyway, picking up the pace. Let's go. I'm gonna get passed by a motorbike here. Lollygagging. Kicking my butt. We're hopping off the bypass pretty soon. That's a housing complex in Runda. Can't see it. They really did plant trees nicely. Helps a lot, but anyway. Girlfriend lives all super close to this area. And I don't know if you can see Two Rivers before we turn. There's kind of Two Rivers over there. Oh, can you see it? There you go, Two Rivers. Ooh, new petrol station. And this is Runda Gardens, it's called. There's so many different Rundas. It used to just be Runda. It used to be like Runda. That turned into Runda Mimosa / Old Runda. Then there's New Runda. Then Runda Evergreen. Then Runda Mumwe. Then now there's a whole bunch of Rundas. But this Runda Gardens. See the little sign? Runda Gardens. Oh. This is like an empty thing, but look what they did down there. They planted like a garden, and then on this side, they put in a lake. So cool. Okay, this guy's being interesting. What's he doing here? Get on your side, dude. Thank you. Good job. You need to drive. You need to drive. Thank you. Wow. Do you see what he has in there? I don't know what that is. Okay. Now this, I don't know how many speed bumps. Like, look how ridiculous this is. That's interesting. What's that? Well, I've seen that around so much. Stone art. Gotta Google that. Oh! This place is rough, dude. Okay. Yeah, I'm not joking. Okay, that's speed bumps. And they're cabro, like they're brick, so they're not even gonna go away. Anyway, this is the neighborhood from my girlfriend, so I'm gonna turn off the video. But I hope you guys have a super great day. And I'll catch you next time.